Hello, hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Ascension's Love with Alice, a return to union. It's so marvellous to be here with you. We're here doing a reading, an angelic guidance session. We've called in all angels, guides, beings of light, anyone that has transcended polarity, anyone that is here to help us on the ascension path and journey. We've called them in to help us understand what energies are coming in for this winter solstice. We know already, oh my gosh, we know already that it's a massive changeover of light. You know, we know that we are going to see the start of Bethlehem, right? You know, those two beautiful planets conjoining. We know that we are changing from one source of light through to 7, and it's going to really anchor in that age of Aquarius. Yet what I would love to know, and what I'd love for them to bring through is, well, firstly, whatever message they wish to bring through in their divine knowledge, but also at the end of this video we will do at the end of this video there will be a choice for you to make. There will be 3 different cards pulled, because the first part of this reading and the main part will be a general reading of the energy and what's going to be happening for each and every one of us on an emotional, energetic level. But then at the very end, what we're going to do is we're going to pull a card from probably 3 different decks. I'm not sure yet, we'll wait to see what happens. And I'm going to tell you when to choose whether you want the first card, second card or third card, because they will pertain to you personally. So it will be a message that will resonate more so for you. So whenever I tell you to pause the video, pause it and just feel into whether you want to choose card 1, 2 or 3, and that will be at the end. So we will get there pretty soon. So first things first, let's find out. Let's just say hi to our beautiful angels and guides. Tell us a little bit about this wonderful winter solstice of the year 2020. Tell us about it. What do you want us to know? Let's start there. Thank you. Got 2 cards coming out. Surrender to the divine coming in. Your dreams need a practical plan. Personal issue reaches resolution. I'm loving these cards already. And don't let the past hold you back. I love it, love it, love it. And look at that, in the bottom of the deck we've got show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius coming in. So I love we have that Aquarius energy already here, right? You know, and it is very much about, you know, Aquarius energy is it's, you know, Aquarius is it's an air sign, right? Aquarius, and it's all about kind of like that the structure, kind of the belief system that we have around ourselves, around each other. You know, Aquarius isn't particularly a water sign, where water signs usually tend to be quite tactile and, you know, kind of, you know, flowing with things. But Aquarius, you know, don't be surprised if, you know, you find your energy becoming more sovereign is what I'm feeling, right? You know, it feels like we're really going to be anchoring in our own individual divine essence to a point where our energy is safe and secure and sovereign. Now, what we have first and foremost is surrender to the divine. There, just wanting to tell you and just wanting to say, you know, just allow this solstice. Gosh, there's so much energy coming through. I'm like, whoo! This solstice is very much about allowing, right? Just allow. If you're watching this video, chances are you've already been working with the energies that are coming up and coming through. You've already been checking out some of the other videos that have come through for it. You know, the worry about you know, your financial and material kind of life, so finances, work, business, things like that, those worries are gonna kind of drop away as more light comes in and you become more inspired. That's what we have here with this card coming in, and also this feminine energy, because this is very much about the rise of the feminine Christ as well. Guys, if you haven't yet seen the video that I did on Mary Magdalene, it was actually a recorded transmission, a paid for recorded transmission, but we actually attuned you to the Magdalens and to that beautiful feminine Christ light. So do check out my previous videos, and if you would like a ticket for the recording of it, I'll post it in the comments box below. But that very much is happening here. So what is really wonderful is that, you know, we've got this surrender to the divine starting out, and we've got don't let your past hold you back for the for kind of like the end message here. And just let you know that, you know, there is wonderful releases happening around work, around business, around any worries that you've had financially, and any worries that you may have had around any experiences with female or feminine energy. Now, what's really fascinating about these two is that I'm getting drawn to money here, which is the money is a system that's not actually very equal. And and let me just elaborate a little bit, because what it feels like is coming through is very much about, you know, money or a currency was very much to kind of equalize everything. So, you know, you want to buy, you know, say you want to buy this crystal here, and, you know, and this crystal has a price tag of maybe, you know, £5 or $5 or whatever. But for one person, you know, like person A, £5 might be no money at all for them, because they may earn, you know, £100,000 a year. And person 2, however, may only earn £10,000 a year. So that so that £5 for them feels like a lot more, right? So in a way, when money came into effect, it came in around I think it was around 600 BC with the wife of King Midas, when they actually formulated a currency. And obviously bartering and exchanges have happened way before then, but previously what happened with it, it was very, very equal, right? So different people had different gifts, different talents, different things like that, and it was all treated equal. So, you know, it was kind of quid pro quo, right? Ironically, where the pound comes from, some people think it comes from that phrase, quid pro quo. Anyway, this isn't a lesson on that, but what this is saying is that it's that release of that control through money. So something's going to happen around this. It's going to cause a release, a lessening of the control that money actually has over us, because that's the distortion, that masculine energy coming in, right? That distortion, that wanting to control, you know, homes and finances and things like that, and kind of using it as a way to suppress or to, you know, it's been, I mean, money itself is neutral, right? But it's been created and used in a way that actually takes our own individual sovereignty away from us, right? So what's really fascinating is I've got that kind of distortion energy coming through, channeling down through into into me to come out, you know, and that's the message that's bringing through with this card here. Now, the other thing that's coming through here is this the feminine Christ light. So that's the Christ Magdalene energy, right? And many people will resonate with this, because this is about transcending any fear, separation, any competition, any expectations we've had as women for sisterhood and solidarity, and kind of, you know, working together in friendship and things like that, and you know, supporting one another and helping each other rise, having that compassion, things like that, versus what can tend to happen when the ego gets into play a little bit is that, you know, we have those experiences and then something happens, then that all comes crashing down. That's been the past, and these two things are getting rewritten right now. So we've got money getting rewritten with this winter solstice, and we've got the feminine energy. So any of that desecration of the feminine energy that's happened is going to be brought into light. Now, this is a lot of information coming through and a lot of energy coming through, and some of it may not make sense to you right now. So there are videos that I've done on this previously. The Magdalene attunement that we did, it was only £11. We wanted to make it accessible for everyone, but that is available. That is available also. I think as well, what we can even do is offer what you can. So instead of it being £11, if you do feel drawn to that Magdalene attunement, offer whatever you can. I'll put the information in the box below, because I understand that money is not equal for everyone, right? So as long as there is some type of energetic exchange, then everything remains balanced, right? So if that does call to you, which will help this energy release within you and around you karmically, then check out the information in the comments in the description box below, right? Anyway, let's have a little bit more of a look. So, okay, that's energetically what's going to be happening. How are we going to be feeling emotionally? What's going to be, what are we going to feel, what are we going to feel emotionally like in our inner world? Let's have a look at our inner world first. So kind of just what's going to be coming up within ourselves. Ooh, one purple. Thank you. And void. Okay. So we've got these two cards coming up for what we're going to be feeling within ourselves here. So we're going to be seeing things a little bit more clearer. We're going to be questioning things that we perceive. We're going to be questioning our viewpoints. Our viewpoints are going to be coming up to query, right? And what's really fascinating is that's very much linked here, you know, with this full moon in Aquarius. Look at that. Reach for your dreams. I love that. Anyway, this perception, right, this energy coming up for what we're feeling, we're going to feel like we're just going to be looking at ourselves and kind of questioning things. That feels very much linked to this Aquarius energy coming in here as well. Now we've also got obsidian, so we've got this ground in the shield and in the void, so we might feel like we like our energies and emotions are a little bit here, there and everywhere, and we just don't know how we feel about certain things. That may come up, and if that does come up for you, that's absolutely okay. Just know that you can just ground with Mother Earth, the divine feminine Earth Mother, and just go outside, stand outside and just feel feel and exchange that energy with the earth and just ask her to hold you, to help you, right? Feel that silvery light coming up from the earth, coming up through your legs, right? We're also going to see our emotions clearer, okay? So certain things that we've been reacting to, we're going to see them in a different light, in a different way, in order to transcend them, in order to release them. So that's going to come through as well, which is really, really fascinating and really wonderful, because it's time, you guys. You know, the light that is coming into us right now is really all about clearing any of the holds that that our mind prison has over us. So we will be looking at how we're thinking and things that we're saying and doing and seeing and believing, and we're going to be questioning that, but in a way that's going to allow us to actually go within ourselves to a point that we've never been before. What a beautiful gift. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gift. And let's see how our emotions are going to be wanting to project out. How our emotions are going to be showing up in our outer world. How they're going to be projecting. Problem solving and kitchen. Oh, wonderful. So, and look at that, we've got passion on the bottom of the deck here now. Red, survival. Whew. Wonderful. The fairies are saying hi. Yeah, I'm going to leave the red card up. So we're going to be looking outside of ourselves, and instead of looking outside of ourselves and projecting any of our inner woundings that we've had before, instead of doing that, we're actually going to be looking outside and just really seeing things once again very, very differently. We're going to start to understand how we all mirror each other. You know, that's going to start to come through to it. We're going to be inspired. Right, okay. Sorry, let me just find the words before I start talking. We're going to feel that fidgety energy. I don't know if you know what I mean, but I kind of like, you know, when you feel like you need to be doing something. And oftentimes, you know, when we feel that we need to be doing something and there's just so much choice, we kind of spin around in a circle and don't do anything. What's going to happen is you're going to start creating. Right, there's going to be this massive creation energy coming forth from you, and or what they're saying here specifically is that, you know, if something is happening with people around you, okay, instead of looking out to them and trying to offer them a solution, you're going to find within yourself why that's showing up for you. And instead of wanting to interfere with other people, because we might have that inclination emotionally in this time because of all the energy coming in, and it's like, it can be hard work, guys, to actually look within ourselves consistently and keep bringing it in. It's so much easier to do what we've done for a lifetime, if not 100 lifetimes, and try and fix the problem within someone else, right? You're going to be challenged if that happens. And what they're saying is the best advice here is actually get creative, do something, create something. If you're feeling that energy, if you're wanting to kind of interfere with someone around you and offer your advice or your opinion, they're actually going to be pulling you energetically in a really nice and gentle way to actually just turn that into a creative energy instead, right? That womb space, that feminine womb space, look, we've got it in both of these. The void creation. The point is that this winter solstice is very much about you creating what it is that you want. And look at this, we've got the red coming up here. It's a very passionate colour, it's a very loving colour. It can represent many things, so have a little think about what red represents to you. And look at that, I've got fire opal coming in. So it feels very much to me like there's going to be very much like an alchemy happening. It feels, when I see the fire opal underneath as well, because that is all about sensuality, confidence, once again that sacral chakra of creation, which is coming up all here. So you're going to feel very fertile. Let's just put it out there like that. You're going to feel very fertile, and what you want to do is you're going to want to or what the best thing to do, and what you hopefully will want to do, is start to write down whatever comes through in your mind. Start to actually create, you know, create in the kitchen, create on paper, create with someone. If you have a divine beloved that you're trying to create, this is a beautiful time to do so. But it's like that union of masculine and feminine energy in the divinity, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. It's like those two energies are going to merge together, and it's going to really allow you to create something really spectacular, okay? So rather than looking outside and seeing what's still to be done, turn it back within, right? It's very similar cards actually for what's coming up here. So is there anything else that we need to know about the winter solstice? What's going to be challenging us through this winter solstice? Should we have a little look at that? What's challenging us through this winter solstice? Oh yeah, okay. So letting things go is going to be challenging for us. Okay, we're going to, being still, with beautiful Babaji here, being still is going to be challenging for us. Keeping our energy sovereign, that's returning back to our own heart. Look at all these things on the third eye here, and letting go of the past, right? That was coming up here in that card. That's going to be challenging us, right, through the winter solstice, because once again, you're receiving so much light. Your crystalline light body, your higher energy, your higher ascension is going to be calling for you to let go. Just let go. Just let go. We choose every single thought that we have. If someone is, you know, experiencing a deep emotional distress, and you know, there are medical terms which I'm not going to use for legality purposes in this video, but you know, if you are feeling low emotionally, mentally, you know, and Louise Hay was beautiful for saying this in her time, and she continues to say it in her light body, but you know, we have to be careful about the thoughts we choose, because whatever we're allowing to come into our minds, we're choosing that, right? We're choosing that. So they want you to let it go. That's what it's going to be. A struggle though, I'm not gonna lie, it's going to be challenging, but you can do it. You can do it, otherwise it wouldn't be coming up. And you know, we're all going through this together, right? So the quicker we can find ourselves within, come back to ourselves, right, the quicker we can sit still and just be with ourselves, because like I say, it's going to feel a little bit restless, right, because of all the incredible energy. But just sit with yourself, be with yourself, keep grounding your energy, keep bringing that energy back within. Every time you want to point outside, every time you want to say this person this, that person that, which may very well come up, close it down, bring it back within, because otherwise you're not going to be able to let it go. Every time you point your finger outwards, I don't feel good because of this, I don't, you know, whatever, you're telling yourself that, you're allowing that story to play. But if you catch it and witness it, and witnessing it is just very much about, you know, just observe and notice what is going to be coming through your mind, because that is what they're wanting you to surrender to let go, to clear. Okay, so much wonderful. Yeah, look at that peace offering coming in. Oh, this is a time of great peace, if you let it, beautiful souls, if you let it. So yeah, definitely be conscious of that. Be conscious of how you're spending your time and who you're spending it with, and having that time in the day to be with yourself, you know, to be with that, with your own energy, to really anchor it in, and anchor it in the light as well. So I'm going to pull 3 different cards now. So beautiful souls, this is a time when you can pause the video. You can pause the video and choose, maybe not just yet, wait till I finish the sentence. But you're going to choose 3, there's going to be 3 different cards for you to choose from. There's going to be number 1, number 2, number 3. I'm going to draw them here first, and then if you need to pause, if you don't know which card you want, then pause the video just to choose one, but it's whichever you're feeling drawn to first. The divine always works quicker than the ego, so if you feel drawn to number 2, for example, choose number 2. If you feel drawn to number 3, choose number 3. Just go with your initial answer. And you know, for some of you, because they are general readings, they may be more than one card for you, more than one message for you that will be relevant right now, who knows. But I'm just going to draw 3 cards and choose which one you're most drawn to. Okay, 3 cards please for guidance for beautiful souls watching. Thank you. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, we have 3 cards here. Take a moment just to choose which one you want, and we're just going to get a general under energy. Look at that, Serapis Bay coming in loud and proud with Ascension. So that is a wonderful energy to be having as the general messenger. So for those that chose card number 1, that's this card here. Let's have a look at what your guidance is. So we've got Kuan Yin coming in again for you, my friends. So anyone that's chose pile 1, this is about you choosing love. This is about you choosing forgiveness. This is about you choosing compassion. This is about you choosing to see what other people may be doing, right? What other people may be saying, and choosing to see only the love in them, choosing to ignore and see through anything that they may be saying out of misalignment. This is about seeing them in their light. This is about seeing that anything that they say that isn't of the light, because it's a very tough time this time of year as well, because there is a lot of expectations and obligations right around us. But this card, this Kuan Yin, this is about offering service and helping people, right? This is about looking at them and seeing that there is a karmic blueprint or a wounding around them that they're working through maybe, and they may be projecting it, and if they are, we can't respond to that. You know, you can't have a conversation with ego, right? So just love. All you can do is love. So this is your message pile 1, or card number 1, I should say. Kuan Yin is coming in very loud, very strong for you. If you smell the scent of lilies, if you see lilies around you, that's very much a Kuan Yin thing as well. So do even put some lilies in your home. They're so beautiful. But Kuan Yin was just, she had so much care and compassion, right? She had such a what we would deem an extremely challenging life when she was in a human form here, but you know, she loved and she had compassion through it all, and that's exactly what she brings here, that support through. So she's bringing you patience, compassion for everyone around you, and helping you see them in their light, rather than, you know, rather than if they haven't spent time anchoring in their energy and stuff like that, you know, rather than if they're, you know, if they're acting from their blueprint. And you know, she also says helping people, right, when they're feeling that frustrated or a little bit jangly, helping people may also ease that and help release karma between the both of you, okay? Especially if there's like mother stuff coming up here, if you're going to see your mother around this Yuletide. Okay, for those that pick card number 2, you've got Krishna, you've got devotion. Whoo, this card here is talking to me about those who chose card number 2. It feels very much like you've been doing so much work this year, so much, you've been going through so many initiations, so many rites, you've been doing a lot of spiritual diving, right? You've been learning so many new things, or remembering, I should say, so many new things. And they're saying just to trust what you've been learning so far. It's like, you know, it's like you're coming up to the ultimate test and you've already passed it, right? You know, all this light that's coming in, you've been receiving it for however long, you know. You are recognized as having already transcended a lot of the stuff that everyone else around you is still working on, right? So you are kind of setting the pace in that respect, but also to just understand and to see that others, you know, remember when you weren't as open in your heart, or weren't as open spiritually, right? And that's going to help you recognize in another yourself. It's also going to recognize and help you choose unconditional love, because that's where you're getting to right now. You're looking at anchoring in that 5D consciousness, card number 2. You're looking at anchoring that in a lot more consistently, right? Because unconditional love really is loving someone no matter what. It really is loving them without condition, regardless of whether they are acting from a wounding or not. Yeah, you may receive a very prominent and strong guidance around the winter solstice. You may receive visits from your guides, right, and your light team of light. Just carry on the path that you're going. Just keep remembering who you are, remembering your light, because you've been doing great work this year, and the winter solstice is going to kind of be like a reward for you, right? It's like recognition, you know. So yeah, that's card number 2. Now card number 3, for those who chose card number 3, we have, oh my gosh, I love Mary Magdalene. I have such an affinity with Mary Magdalene and Isis, you guys. And I love that she showed up here in this reading. The teacher awakens. Oh, okay. So the Magdalens, what can I say? What can I say here about this card? Mary Magdalene is coming forth for you, card number 3, because you are, this is firstly your sign that you are a Magdalene, okay? You've had a life as a Magdalene, as a priestess of Isis. This is your sign for that, okay? This is your sign that, you know, you are, this is a sign of initiation, of welcoming, of becoming, of acceptance, of love. This is a sign of your voice being, your voice and your truth coming forward strongly and in clarity and in alignment. This is a sign for you that this winter solstice, and once again, look at these lilies. This winter solstice is really going to bring something incredibly activating and initiating for you. This winter solstice is going to be a becoming, an awakening for you. If you chose card number 3, I really would highly recommend making a donation to receive the Magdalene transmission that we did on the 13th of December. Normally they're £11, but like I said at the start of this video, we will just open it up to whatever donation, whatever whatever exchange you can offer. And then I will send you the link of that recording, and it was such a beautiful further bit of information that will help you remember what you need to remember, because this winter solstice is very much about remembrance for you, remembering who you are and your sovereignty. And not only that, you know, your connection with places like Avalon and France and Egypt, and you know, all those beautiful ancient rites, and that Christ light as well, you know, it was the Christ Magdalene light. But yeah, that beautiful recording that we did on the 13th of December, 13, that divine feminine number, was very much about, you know, bringing forth a little bit more information that will help unlock certain things within your remembrance, and also a beautiful guided journey with Mary Magdalene. Well, with the Magdalens as well. There was a few people there, a few beings of light helping. But if you chose card number 3, I would highly recommend you you feel into that. And I did like a little snippet preview, I think, like a 3-minute kind of intro as to what we were doing. So you can scroll back through my videos to find that, or you can just send me an email through the email address listed in the comments. But wow, yeah, no, this is very much time of ascension. It really is. You know, everyone thought it was 2012, but 2012 just activated, well, not just, but activated many, many things. But 2020, this year, this is that heart opening. That's been the space of the year. That's been the focus of the year, is heart opening, heart opening. That's going to continue next year. But those that heard the call this year, those that had the eyes to see, the ears to hear, and their heart was open enough, they saw what this year was all about, and they've worked with it, and they've gone through what they needed to go through, you know. And everyone is going through this ascension process, and Serapis Bay is helping and holding that. The light really is here, is what he's saying. So what a beautiful way to end this reading today. Look at that Horus coming up underneath here, Cosmic Gateway. But yes, Serapis Bay, the light is here, and miraculous changes are occurring. Look at that. Perfect. I'm going to put those two there. Okay, beautiful, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for being here. If this resonated, please do share. I love you all so much. Please like, subscribe, and see you on the next video, probably on the Angelic weekly energy update for the week commencing the 21st. So probably see you there. So much love to you all. Bye for now.